Hi guys, I'm back with another video. Now this time I'm going to test the dual SIM capacity of the Samsung Galaxy J7 4G. Now this is the SMJ700F model. So there are two models for this, for the Galaxy J7. There is J700 and there's J710. So this is for the 700. So this is something which not many people have actually talked about, and a lot of people don't know about it. I know about it because I tested it on another phone, and then I found out this problem, and then I tried it on all the other phones, and then I found out that yes, this is a genuine problem. I don't know whether you will face it or not, but I'm facing it, and I wanted you to know about it so that if you're buying this phone and you expect two 4G SIMs to work with it, let me tell you what will happen. So basically, I have two Jio SIMs which are only and only 4G. So they cannot work with 3G or 2G. So Jio SIMs are only 4G SIMs. Move that aside. I have an Idea and a Airtel 4G. Now Airtel is 4G. This is a 3G SIM. I have another Airtel 4G SIM. I'll move that also aside. Now, my problem is I want two 4G SIMs to work together, which is not possible. Now, when I'm saying which is not possible, uh, what I mean is two Geo SIMs, two 4G SIM, two Geo SIMs will not work together. But yes, if you have a Airtel 4G or a Vodafone 4G and you use a Geo SIM with that, then two 4Gs will work together. But there's a catch to it. So let me show you what that is. Let me put the SIM in first. Now these adapters are a little loose. Okay, one SIM done. Second SIM done. Now be careful when you put in your SIM cards. Now with these adapters, with time they do get loose, and by mistake if your adapter comes off and you put that in, I have actually done it to one of my phones. So what that will do is it will pull out the pins from here and you will damage the pins physically, and that slot will stop working. So make sure when you're putting in the SIM, you put it with the adapter properly. If it's not going in properly, take it out, try it again. Do not force it in. If it comes off, be very careful while you're putting it in. So I have two Geo SIMs in, and I'll put in the battery and I'll switch it on. So it'll take some time to get on. Now let me tell you why I'm doing this test. Basically, I have three Geo SIMs. One is my primary Geo SIM, which I use for phone calls. Two Geo SIMs I bought because for my YouTube videos, when I upload it, my upload speed from my DSL connection is not that great. So I bought two Geo SIMs, that to two because Geo has a 1 GB limit per day. So after that 1 GB is over, it doesn't matter whether it's download or upload. Even on upload, as soon as 1 GB is over, it will go to the slow speed internet. So I have to have two SIMs so that I can use 1 GB of this SIM and 1 GB of that SIM whenever I want to upload, because mostly my videos are more than 1 GB. So okay, the phone is on. Now both the SIMs are in, but it says no service. Okay, now let's check. We'll go into settings and go into mobile networks. So that's where you will see what is your SIM assigned as. So right now it says SIM 1 is on 2G only, and SIM 2 is LTE 3G and 2G. Now let's see what all options do you get. So you get LTE 3G 2G, 3G 2G, 2G 3G, or LTE only. Now this is what I wanted you to see. Now one of them is 2G, one of them is 3G. Now over here it looks like both the SIMs are working. So because you see one LTE over here, one LTE over here, two signals over here. So one has a signal bar here, one has a signal bar here. It looks like two SIMs are working. But there it is. So it's emergency call only for one SIM. Second SIM says Jio 4G. But over here it looks like two SIMs are working, but actually only one is working. Now let me change it. Now I'll make the first SIM as LTE. So that's when you see the message which says two SIM cards cannot use 4G or 3G at the same time. The other SIM will be changed to use 2G. I'll say okay, fine. Now what does this mean to a Jio customer? If you have two Jio SIMs, now this is a thing that a lot of people don't know about. Jio works only on 4G. It's basically, if you have an Idea, Airtel, Vodafone, any other connection, they have two parts to it. One is their regular phone line, and the second is their data connection. So that's why you recharge for your phone, like you put a 500 rupees talk time, and then you put a 3G or 4G or whatever separate. So you don't have one pack for all of them. Now they have it, but before, when you used to charge for internet, you had to recharge separately, and for the phone calls you had to recharge separately, because they have two lines. One is your regular phone connection, the second is your internet. Now Jio only has one line, which is the internet line. So the calls that are happening from the phone are all voice over IP. So voice over IP is internet connection. So it's an internet call. It is not a regular phone line call. So you need to remember that. That is why you cannot use two Jio SIMs on a dual SIM phone, because the phone will only use the internet connection of one SIM. So what does that mean? If you have two SIMs, the second SIM will go into emergency call. It will not be used. It will not be detected. Why? Because Jio works only on 4G. It doesn't go lower to 3G or 2G. So since that 3G, 2G is missing, Jio SIM will not work on it. So you will have to have one Jio SIM and the other one as the like a Airtel, Vodafone or something which has a phone line connection. So that will work with this. Now I'll show you that also. Before that, let me show you again. Okay, now I'll go ahead and change the SIM 2 to LTE. See, the same message again. The other SIM will be changed to 2G. Now since Jio does not support 2G, you will not be able to use it. Now let's see. See, now the first one is Jio 4G, the second one is emergency call only. Now we have changed it in the menu. Now let's see what happens. Now ideally this should go off and then restart again. Takes a lot of time though. Okay, there it is. So it's gone off. Both the signals are gone. Now it will re-establish the connection with the towers. So now you see the first one gone, the second one working. See, so the first one is gone into no service, the second one is Jio 4G. So in short, if you have two Jio SIMs, please, it will not work. You will have to use another phone for another Jio SIM. So a Jio SIM works only on internet. So you cannot, on the current phones that you're getting, the dual standby phones. I will be doing another video on what kind of dual SIM phones you can get. There are dual SIM standbys or dual SIM dual active and single active. There are different theories to it. I will let you know. Now, okay, since this is done, let's go ahead and switch it off. Now power it off, and now I'll show you what you can do with another SIM. Okay, so I'll take out the SIM from here. I'll take out one of the Jios and I'll put a Airtel in it. Okay, so I have Airtel and a Jio. Now let me switch on the phone. Now it can be Airtel, it can be Idea, it can be a Vodafone, whatever, it doesn't matter, because all of them have a phone line connection. So I'm calling it a phone line connection because that's the layman's term. Ideally, it's GSM or CDMA. They have their own separate line, and then they have a internet line separate. So let it start up. So I really like the screen of this phone though. It's pretty clear. The only thing I don't like is there's no automated brightness. You have to control the brightness with it, but still the battery life is pretty good. Okay, so now the phone is on. Now let's see what happens. So it says no service on both of them. Okay, let's see the setting first. What? Okay, excuse me. Okay, so it says 4G. The Jio is set on 2G, so obviously it will not work. I will change it. I will change it to LTE 4G. Change. Done. Now, okay. So the Jio has been changed into 4G. So you see that the Airtel has automatically gone into 2G because that's what the phone supports. Okay, that's done. Now you have an option of choosing what SIM to use for calls, what SIM to use for text messages, and what SIM to use for the data. So you can choose that. This is what is a smart dual. This is what the option you get with this smart dual SIM. Basically, what that does is you can receive calls on both the SIMs during the same time. Like if you are on a call on the first SIM, you will get a call from the second SIM at the same time. So that is that's what you have to see. There are some phones where if you are on a call on the first sim, on the second sim you will get a wait tone, but you will not, the call will not come in. You will not get to know that there's a call coming in. And there are phones where on the second sim, if a call comes, the first sim, I mean, when you look at the screen, you are on the call and you will see another call going coming in. So that's the difference. I will be talking about dual sims later on. You can see that video for that. So it's done now. Okay, now you see Jio 4G and Airtel working together, even though my Airtel is a 4G sim. Now the difference is I'm not using the Airtel's internet, since the regular SIM cards, they have a regular landline and internet line with them. So I'm calling it landline. It's not actually landline. A regular GSM line and internet line with them. So the internet is not being used from the Airtel, but the GSM line is being used. So both your numbers will work at the same time. So that's the difference that I wanted you to know, what the dual SIM phones can do. I will be researching more on phones where there are dual 4G LTE working at the same time. Basically, no one makes that anymore because it is too expensive. You'll have to have two separate network chip to support that. That means extra battery power, extra heating, extra of everything, double of everything. So that phone will be super expensive. And let me see if there are any. There used to be phones of HTC and all which used to support dual SIM working together with LTE with the 3G, but with LTE I'll have to check if there are any.